Okay.
Yeah.
I think usually you like to shut this on something. Maybe this extender. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, vale.
I don't think so. Okay, we're not live yet, but maybe it's too far away,
I'm too far away?
or it looks small. You look small there.
נכון. Maybe you can make it. Oh, that's maybe the hair like this. Yeah. Yeah, you could put even further. Something, yeah. נכון. This is live and this is video? Or
Right,
opposite?
right. So the red would be to start. 1 minute.
And this is the live?
This one's live. There's nobody there right now.
But the
That's not gonna work.
camera is there in the middle. Yeah, that's it. Good.
Action. Invalid. Mm-hmm.
There's no red line.
I tried to tell it to go.
Invalid during USB streaming. USB streaming standby.
I'm gonna turn it off and turn it on again sometimes.
Okay.
That solves many things.
Oh.
Okay, but that's how we always are here. I mean, I can.
No, there's a bit of that sounds good. Shalom Aleichem. Today the title of this lecture will be Anxiety and its Solutions. Bezrat Hashem. I was thinking, I see so many people that have anxiety problems, and they're scared of what's going of the future. They're scared of life. They're scared from all kinds of different things. And this was never, like 20, 30 years ago, you hardly heard about anxiety even. Even if there were people that were anxious and all that, they were like, it was very seldom that you meet people like that. Or that was considered a real mental problem at the time. Today, this problem is all over the world. People cannot go to sleep. Most of the people that I know, I ask them, do you sleep at night? Good. You have a good sleep. They know. What time do you sleep? 12, 1. Wake up at when? 5, 6. It's not enough. It's not good for the health, not good for the spirituality. Why is there so much anxiousness in the world today? And how can we solve this problem? If we go to the psychiatrists, they'll give you a pill. They will tranquilize or calm you down. But that's not a real solution. After the pill is over, you need to take another pill, and then a stronger pill. That's a solution. Anxiety is a spiritual state, and it can all be answered by a spiritual answer. Because you cannot solve spiritual things by giving them pills. You have to have a spiritual answer to the problem. So That's why I thought that it would be very, very important to talk about it today. One of the things why there is so much anxiety is, of course, that kids from the time they're 5 years old, 6 years old, they're always seeing terrible things on the iPhones, on TV, computers, things that nobody saw at that age, or even at an older age. Nobody saw that such an amount of horrifying pictures, of horrifying ideas, so much violence that the kids are seeing. And also the person that's 50, 40 years old, he's looking at the iPhone all day long, and he sees violence, he sees all kinds of theft and terrible things. Also good things, but if you compare what he sees, good or bad, you'll be surprised how much bad we see every day. That that never happened before the iPhone came in, or TV came in, or all these what do you call innovative tools came in. And the more advanced, what we call advanced, the more forward you go, the less spirituality is less, and people are just scared because they see such amounts of news and scary things that no brain can hold all this. That's one of the reasons why we have such a big problem in this generation. And of course, well, like we said, no psychiatrist can really solve this problem. It needs a spiritual answer. So today, because the problem is so prevalent, I thought to talk about how can we be more calm? How can we be more confident inside ourselves? How do we get self-confidence? How can we get to a point where nothing scares us? Where we're not depending on anybody to show me news or anybody to show me what life is all about. I don't need to hear from nobody to tell me all these things. Because I've got the manual. I've got the manual of the Almighty. Why do I need to hear from people what they think? The manual already tells me the real stuff. I don't need to hear it from people, what they think, they don't think, opinions, all kinds of prophecies that they think they will know. What's going to be the economy in 10 years? What's going to happen in weather, meteorites? How do they know? They don't know. It's obvious that they don't know. Only He knows. So I should go exactly to the manual. And then I'll see how to live right, and how to think right, how to feel right. Everything is there. So let's see what Hashem says about trusting Him, about having confidence in Him. Because that's a real solution for all the anxiety that people have. So let's start, Be'ezrat Hashem. This, the information I'm giving you is from Chovat Alvavot, the heart's, how do we translate it into English?
Duties of the heart.
Duties of the heart. Right on. Duties of the heart. Right. Very important book. One of the basic books of Musar that there is in the Jewish writings. This book was written 900 years ago by a very, very big man, Rav Bachaye. And this book, 900 years, people are reading it. Imagine. And he gives the exact ways of how Hashem wants us to think, how Hashem wants us to worship Him, how Hashem wants us to be happy. So let's take a chapter. It's called the Shar Bitachon. Bitachon is Shar of the confidence. The confidence. Confidence in Hashem. And he starts going and he says this. Kama to'alot shebitachon mevi lavat Hashem. How many advantages a person has when he has confidence in Hashem? Number one, יש לבעל הביטחון מנוחה, הנפש מהדאגות, המאפשרת לו להתמסר לעבודת השם. A person has confidence, He has no worries. Can you imagine that? To live a life with no worries? How can you get to a point like that? Sleeping nice every night. News are not worrying us. Weather, viruses, nothing. We're calm all the time. It's worth it, right? Okay. 2, the person has confidence. He doesn't depend on people. And he doesn't expect their help. And he doesn't flatter people so that they like him. He's completely independent. Completely. 3. And also, if there's things that he disagrees with them, when it comes to the work of Hashem, he'll tell them, no, it's not like this. Look in the Torah, that's what it says. And he's not going to be shy from saying it. He's not going to flatter and say, oh, you're right, so that he doesn't have any problem with them. No. He's going to say the truth. And he doesn't depend on nobody. And he's not afraid from them. And he's not also afraid from telling them if they are wrong. He has big, widespread thoughts. And he's not into a small niche. He can think widely. And he is happy no matter what his economic state is. Can you imagine something like that? We think that we have to be happy only when we have money. I'm blessed, I'm mevarech all of Israel, so that everybody will have tons of money. That's not the thing. But if he has money, or the opposite, he's happy. Let's put it this way. If he makes $1 million or he makes $10,000, he's happy both ways. Can you imagine a state like that? Because the happiness doesn't depend on the money at all. And if he has money, if he's a millionaire, the money will not take him into all kinds of ways that are against Hashem. So here we have 5 advantages that I think each one of us would love to have in order to live a beautiful life. This is like a dream, what is written here. So let's go to the first one. A person who has confidence and trust in Hashem, he has no worries. How can we get to a state like that? If a person trusts Hashem, and he doesn't trust anybody else, usually what happens is people are dependent on other people. And they think that if they go with people that have money, sooner or later they will have connections, the money will rub onto them, and it's good to be with millionaires, and that will bring the money to them. But to do that, they have to flatter, they have to go with people that that have nothing to do with the work of Hashem. They have to many times lie, they have to exaggerate. So if he depends on a wealthy person, or he depends on his wisdom, or he depends on his physical power and strength, you know what happens, it says here? Whoever you depend on, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not you, a person who depends on somebody else, Hashem will take his hashgacha from him and let him depend on that person. Which means to say, Hashem says, I am mashgiach you. I'm all day long looking at you, taking care of you, bringing you everything that you need. If you don't trust me, that I bring you everything that you need, and you trust a wealthy person, okay, so you continue with that wealthy person, and I'm going backwards because you have nothing to do with me. You're trusting him. And here we have a pasuk that says that. It says, Kishtayim ro'ot asami in Yirmiyah. It says like this. Hashem is like Chas v'Shalom complaining to us about us. He says, they left me, you left me, Mekor Mayim Chayim. I'm a spring that has everything in it, life, everything in it. And you went and started digging new holes in the ground that have nothing, no water, no wealth, no nothing. How can you leave me that I'm like a spring that ever-ending spring that gives water and wealth all the time, and go look for people, wealthy people, wise people, strong people, that they cannot do anything for you. Why? Because they're here today and gone tomorrow. Today they're a millionaire. Tomorrow he wakes up and there's a crash in the stock market and he's not a millionaire anymore. How can you depend on the person? A person himself does not depend on himself. He depends on Hashem. So you're going to depend on somebody who has nothing to give you. Besides all the emotional thing that you're going through, to depend on the person, you have to flatter him, you have to all the time be with him, whether you like him, you don't like him, because there's an interest in there. Nothing will come out from this trust to another person. You have to go to the source, to trust him. I'm not saying it's easy, because Hashem does not reveal himself to us. We don't see him like a person who is in front of me, and I see he's got a pocket full of money, and he's got like a few millions in the dollars in the bank. Oh, here I see. He's rich. I see him. Hashem, I don't see. But that is a crazy way of thinking, because you don't see, you don't know that there is Hashem. Of course there is Hashem. And of course, Hashem, you have to trust him because he knows what's good for you. Why go to people and trust them and try to get money from them or through them? And go to the main bank, the everlasting bank, where everything is there. You know, people when they are young, they have a lot of things to put their confidence in. For example, when a person is young, let's say he's good looking, so he knows wherever he goes, people look at him, try to become friends with him. He can get almost whatever he wants because of his looks, because he looks great. So he has most of the time he goes to business. People like him, they want to talk to him. But that doesn't last, because he's not going to be good looking for all his life. It's ups and downs. What's he going to do when he's not good looking? Physical strength. He's a sportman. He's got muscles. He trusts himself because I'm strong. I can do this. I can do that. That doesn't last either. Money also doesn't last. It's all ups and downs. And the Torah says, one thing we have in our life, if we examine our life and see, do we have any control of our health? Yeah, to a certain point, Hashem says, you have to take care of yourselves. Yeah, you have to do sports, eat good food, sleep well. Yeah, you got to do that. But that guarantees a person that he's not going to be sick, or Chas v'Shalom, he's not going to have all kinds of diseases, corona, whatever it is. No, it doesn't guarantee. You're making an effort, yeah, because it's a mitzvah to make an effort for your health, but doesn't guarantee anything. Wealth. Can we decide how much money we're going to have? There's people who are working almost 21 hours a day. 20 hours a day. And they hardly make a living. And if they make a living, Chas v'Shalom, something happens and all their money goes. And there's people that are working 3 hours a day, making millions. And the one who was making the millions 3 hours a day is much dumber than the guy who's working 20 hours a day. He's not a wise person. You could see there's people that all of a sudden they have oil in their garden, whatever it is. What does it mean? That he's wise? No. So we see that money is not determined by us. How many kids a person has? Is it in his control? No. These people are doing all kind of fertility things in the hospitals and whatever. Nothing comes out. There's people that have bli ayin hara, tons of kids. So health is not really in our hands. Wealth is not really in our hands. How much does a person live? Is it in his hands? No. People sometimes live 1 month. People sometimes live 100 years. That's also not in our hands. In that case, do we have anything in our control? Anything? Life, no. Health, no. Money, no. How many kids, no. Wherever you look, you'll see that you have no control over it. So what are we doing here? The only thing that we have to know and to do is to fear Hashem. Yirat Shamayim. What does it mean, fear Hashem? Do the manual. Look at the manual. Go according to what Hashem says. And you have to know that if you don't do it, we're going to lose a lot of good things. We're going to miss out on a lot of things. That's the only thing we have to worry about. Not to do any sins. That's the only thing. The rest is not my problem. I'm going to go to work. Yeah, because I have to go to work because Hashem says that you have to go through a natural way to get whatever you want. You have to give something to get something. Okay. How much will I get? I have no idea. No control over it. I have to go to sleep for my health, whatever. But the results are all by Him. Everything is by Him. The only thing that I've got is a choice to do His will or not to do His will. Let's look at this choice. What's good, what's bad? If you look at society, we'll see that throughout the years, what was bad at one time became good at one time. What was good at one time became bad at one time. And we see that people, governments are going through are doing what their interest is. Has nothing to do with truth. What is good, they'll tell you, you know what? Buy this medicine, pharmacy, pharmaceuticals, all this. Why is it good? Because they want to make money. So I'll tell you it's good. But many, many times, these pills, whatever they're doing, is just for their, they're doing it for their earnings. But the pill really is not doing you anything, doesn't solve any problem. It just delays problems. So the only one who knows what's good for me, what's bad for me, is Hashem Yitbarach. And I have to know, whatever Hashem says that's good for me, I have to know that it's the best thing for me. It doesn't look, according to my common sense, that it's so good or whatever. How many times we think that good is good and bad is bad, and we see that it's completely the opposite? How many things we thought in our life that whatever I'm doing now is good, but the result was completely not good? So we don't know. We don't know because we are not in control of anything. He is in control. That's why we have to worry about one thing. Am I doing what Hashem wants me to do? Am I following the rules? Am I doing Shabbat right? Am I honoring my wife? Am I doing the mitzvot right? Am I watching my eyes, see where they're going? Maybe they're going to the wrong places. Maybe the ears are going to the wrong places. Once I train myself to do what Hashem wants, my life is with no worries, no fears, no anxiety at all. Why? Because I'm serving Hashem. The rest is up to Him. How much money will I have? Up to Him. Health, up to Him. But one thing we have to know, one thing, that Hashem wants the best for us all the time, every second, in every situation. Whatever happens, it's the best thing that could happen for me, for my correction. Sometimes, chas v'shalom, lo aleinu, sickness comes. Sickness comes to correct sins that we did. How does this world work? Let's examine. There's nations that go to war. What do we think? Whoever has the stronger army will win. Israel. Shiu b'ri'im. Israel goes to war. Oh, Israel has fantastic pilots, have F-35, have big, good weapons, whatever. They're smart, and this, and that. It doesn't work like that. No, not at all, not at all. It doesn't depend on the army. It doesn't depend on the weapons. It depends on merits and sins. There is a balance up there. HaKadosh Baruch Hu balances out this way. He doesn't look at the F-35 against the horse. No. How many merits, how many zchuyot do we have? And how many sins, chas v'shalom, shelo yeh, are there? If the zchuyot go up, the merits, then we have the zchut to win. I don't want to say it the other way. Do we need an army? Yes. But what do we need the most of everything? Zchuyot, merits. In order to win wars, in order for us to go close to Mashiach. What do we need? Merits, zchuyot. Where are all these merits? They are with the people who serve Hashem. Every word that I learn in Torah is against 613 mitzvot. Can you imagine something like that? One word in Torah is bigger than 613 mitzvot. Two words, twice. Imagine all day long, a Jew is learning. How many millions of mitzvot is doing every second? So who is protecting the world? Armies? No. Talmidei Chachamim. The people are doing the mitzvot. The people are learning Torah. The people are fearing Hashem. They increase the merits of Israel. And through that, the army that's going out there to fight is protected. That's why we see Six-Day War, we see miracles. And if it's not, then it's because of sins. But even though there are sins, people who are learning Torah are meriting the army to win, meriting the whole world to live. They're affecting the whole world, because then the balance is up with merits. That's how the world is being run. Zchuyot, chas v'shalom, or sins. That's how everything works in this world. Whether it's nations, whether it's an individual. Every night, we go up. How do we sleep? 1/60th of our soul goes up. That's exactly like death, chas v'shalom. Death is complete soul goes up. Here, a part of it goes up. Goes up. How do we have strength in the morning? The Zohar says, the neshama goes up, 1/60th of it. And it reports everything that it did during the day. Not because Hashem needs reports from us. He knows what we did. But I'll explain why and at the end of the day, once we tell everything that we did during the day, we sign that page of that day. We sign it. And the Shem gives us life again to come back in the morning. It gives us again life for the next day. We're taking it for granted. I woke up in the morning. Say thank you a million times to Hashem that we're waking up in the morning, Baruch Hashem. Sometimes people don't wake up in the morning. It's not taken for granted. But Israel should live to 120, where we're getting up. Where's the battery that we have? How come we are charged all of a sudden in the morning? What happens? Hashem, when a person sins, so the sins burden are a big burden on him. Hashem takes these sins. If he did tshuva before he goes to sleep, he renews the soul, just like a charge in the battery of I don't want to say all kinds of instruments. He renews the soul again. Hashem gives us a favor, even if a person sins. He says, no, let's wait. Maybe he'll do tshuva. Let's give him more life. We come back again here to live. We're fresh. Let's use that life to serve him. And once we do that, we have an everlasting life. Toda Rabba.
Amen.
ברוך השם. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Amen.
I try to go to the book and then I start roaming around, Yeah, Hashem Ya'azor.
I learned about bitachon, the real trust, when I was at Morachu in Shmona Esrei a few months ago, and the bombs were going off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is bitachon.
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. We're in his hands all day long.
Yeah.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם. בורא נפשות רבות הרסנן כל מה שבראת ושכוח חי ברוך העולם. Okay.
Amen. I don't know what's
I hope I stopped it. I just pressed the red button there, right? Okay.
yeah. Good, reporting.
Oh, the title is anxiety.
Okay.
The solution of anxiety. Yeah? Solutions of anxiety.
Let's see if I can put in the title. Okay. Sounds good. Solution of anxiety. Can I put in a title? Okay. Hello.
I will say still Trisk.
Still at Trisk, but I don't. Looks like the last person is not showing up.
Oh, they're supposed to show up at 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought you were there from 4 to 7.
Yeah. So there's supposed.
Nobody showing up? Hello?
Hi.
You there?
I am.
What happened? So nobody showed up?
No, one person was here. He just left, but the 7 o'clock person didn't show up.
Oh, you mean the one who's teaching or whatever?
Yeah.
So what are you doing then? Just waiting?
Waiting a little bit, and then I'm gonna pack up and go home.
Okay.
I was thinking that I would like to get the suitcase, cause that's
Okay.
but I can give you a different one. It doesn't have a handle, but this one is a good one for travel.
Yeah.
It's the one I regularly use. So for Shabbat, if I go away this weekend, which is what I'm planning, I would
You want it back? When do you want to come get it?
I don't know. I mean, I want to bring you your book also.
Well, I have to empty all the stuff in it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, but I can give you another one. You can load it into that one, or something. The other one doesn't. I don't know.
You want to do the switch now?
I don't know. I don't have your book with me. I guess. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be now, unless you want your book. Or what do you want to do?
Well, maybe give me a little time to put things in the closet or wherever I can find space so it's
Okay.
not on the floor.
Yeah, it's not.
What about the book? Can you bring tonight?
What's that?
Can you bring the book tonight?
You want the book tonight?
Yeah, I'm reading Torah, but I need something different to look at and read. Something about what I'm going through. It's not too much trouble. Is that all?
Yeah, I didn't bring it with me. I'm here at Trisk.
Okay. Okay. So you had one class?
Yeah, one class. So I'm just packing up now. No, usually people don't come. It's just it's online, so they can subscribe. They can watch it.
Stay on with their computers.
Yeah. Sometimes people will show up. When the recordings are at Trisk, it's more common that people come. No, sorry, that's not what I meant. What I meant is, when they do the recordings at Alshech, it's more common that people are there and show up. Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know, they don't come here. But even in the beginning, I don't know, I don't think it's got all that promotion, so, when I was, first, like during the summer, there were a few people that would show up. I guess so, yeah. Some summer those are the cancer. Right, everyone? Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I packed up. I'm stock in the kitchen. I brought people drinks.
Bought lunch.
No, just some water and iced tea. It's from the Shudash sheep food, but I know that sometimes people are talking and they want something to drink. Well,
He's a very good, faithful guy. Everybody else kind of bails out on you. I'm a little impressed.
I mean, Eliyahu used to do a class also, but now he just does his own thing.
Was he in class?
He used to also come and do a class as part of this is all called Alshech Academy.
Oh, okay. Who used to come?
Eliyahu Ferraro. But now he
It's
just,
all part of the same thing. Just have at church for some reason.
well, yeah, this was the center for Yoel. This is Yoel's.
I saw that slow time. I believe so.
No, I guess we'll do tomorrow.
I saw that at the clinic today.
Oh, I like learning from him.
I know he is.
I think he's really good.
What did he teach?
He teaches Parshat Shavua according to the Alshech. Yeah. Okay, the phone's in my pocket. I don't know, but